Welcome to Blessed by Design, a podcast created to encourage, strengthen, and remind you who you are. Every episode is about walking in faith, trusting God's timing, and becoming who you were always meant to be. This is your place to reset, refocus, and move forward with confidence. You were created for more. You are here for a reason. Now let's begin. This episode is Faith When Nothing is Working. There's a version of faith we talk about publicly, and then there's the version we live privately. The public one looks confident. It sounds hopeful. It posts scriptures, quotes, and wins. But the private one is quiet. It's uncertain. It's the faith you carry when nothing is working and no one is clapping. And that's the faith I want to talk about today. Because a lot of people aren't walking away from God, they're walking away from performance. They're tired of pretending they're strong when they're exhausted, tired of being told, just trust God, without anyone acknowledging how hard that actually is when the prayers feel unanswered and the silence feels heavy. Real faith isn't loud. It doesn't always feel good. And it definitely doesn't always make sense. Sometimes faith looks like showing up even when you don't feel anything. Sometimes it looks like obedience without understanding. Sometimes it looks like choosing not to quit when everything in you wants to. There are seasons where God feels close. And then there are seasons where he feels quiet, and silence can be unsettling. It can make you question yourself. It can make you wonder if you did something wrong, if you missed a step, if you misunderstood the calling. But silence does not mean absence. Some of the deepest growth happens when God isn't speaking loudly, because he's teaching you to listen differently. He's strengthening trust, not dependence on feelings. He's building roots instead of emotions. Faith without feelings is still faith. And obedience when you don't understand. That's not weakness. That's maturity. That's choosing alignment over comfort. That's saying, God, I don't see the full picture, but I trust the one who does. We've been taught to chase confirmation before obedience. But faith works the opposite way. Sometimes clarity comes after the step, not before it. And when nothing seems to be working, when the door hasn't opened, when the breakthrough hasn't come, when the timeline doesn't match your expectations, it doesn't mean God isn't moving. It may mean he's working deeper than what you can see. Because God is less concerned with how fast you arrive and more concerned with who you become along the way. Faith isn't proven in moments of abundance. It's revealed in moments of uncertainty, when no one is watching, when posting would feel fake, when the only witness to your faith is God himself. That's where real relationship is built. So if you're in a season where you're doing the right things but not seeing the results, if you're trusting God but still wrestling internally, if you're obeying even though it doesn't make sense yet, you're not failing. You're growing. And maybe the question isn't, why isn't this working? Maybe the question is, what is this season shaping in me? Faith isn't what you post. It's how you move when no one's watching. It's how you choose trust over control, obedience over comfort, relationship over performance. So today, give yourself permission to be honest with God, to trust without needing to feel strong, to keep walking even if the path feels quiet. Because even in the silence, God is still present. This is blessed by design. And your faith, especially the unseen parts, matters more than you know.